All right, these are the problems from the Chapter 10 review. And we want to start with, we're just looking at the problems out of Section 10.5. So we'll start with problem number 16. And for these problems, you want to look at just over a page on page 524. There are two tables there that should be all that you need. One shows you how the prefixes in the metric system work, so you can use that to change between metric units. And the other one shows you some equivalence between the metric and the US units. So the first one, number 16A, we want to make the conversion 3,500 millimeters, and we want to know how many meters that is. So what we can do is we can look over at the previous page, and here is milli. And if we want to go to the base unit, remember meters are a base unit, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 places to the left, and that's what we're going to do with our decimal point. So our decimal point in this case at the end, so we're going to take it and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So 3,500 millimeters is going to equal 3.5 meters. That's part A. For part B, we want to take 4.315 hectograms and convert that into centigrams. So if we go back over there and look at where these things are, hecto's right here, and we want to convert to centi. So to go from from hecto to centi, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. We're going to do that with the decimal point. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. We're going to throw a 0 in on that last place. So we get 4.315 hectograms equals 43,150 centigrams. All right, and then part C on that problem says take 3.86 kiloliters and convert that into deciliters. So again, going back to that table, here's kilo, here's deci. To go from kilo to deci, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. We're going to do that with the decimal point. 3.86, 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. We're going to throw some zeros in there, and that'll give us that 3.86 kiloliters equals 38,600 deciliters. So that is changing within the metric system. It's just a matter of moving your decimal left to right to go from one to the other. All right, next one is 17. On 17, we want to convert 514 decimeters into yards. So if we look over at the chart on the previous page, we want to convert decimeters to yards. Notice we have a yards here, but what it's related to is meters. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change the decimeters into meters. So I can use my other chart to do that. Deci into meters, I'm going to go one place to the left with my decimal point. So one place to the left. So I'm going to get 514 decimeters equals 51.4 meters, and now I want to convert that into yards. So to do that, I'm going to use unit fractions. So I'm going to have 51.4 meters, turn that into a fraction by putting it over 1, multiply by a fraction where I can get rid of the unit I don't want, so I don't want meters. So if I put a meters in the denominator, these will cross cancel because of multiplying fractions, and put a yard in the numerator. Now I want to make that that fraction equal to 1, so both numerator and denominator have to be the same, and 1 meter is the same as 1.0936 yards. So now my meters will cancel, and in order to find the number of yards, I would just multiply 51.4 times 1.0936. And I'm going to get that 514 decimeters is about 56.21 yards. 56.21 yards. So that is using unit fractions. Now the last one from this review is number 18. On number 18, we want to convert 2.1 kiloliters into quarts. So if we go back to the other page, we want to see what we have in relationship between quarts and something else. And what we have is quarts related to liters. So the first thing I need to do is I need to change the kiloliters into liters. So remember, kiloliters into liters is going to be move the decimal 3 places to the right. So 2.1 kiloliters equals 2,100 liters. And I'm going to take that, turn it into a decimal, multiply by a unit fraction where I have liters in the denominator, so they'll cancel. I have quarts in the numerator, and 1 liter is equal to 1.0567 quarts. So I'm just going to multiply those. And I will get about 2,219 quarts is my answer. So sometimes you'll get that you multiply because you get something in the numerator, and you can multiply those. If we were changing from quarts to liters, these would be reversed, and you'd end up dividing. So those are the review problems from Chapter 10.